Hello, my amazing atoms. A very, very warm welcome to all of you. My name is Anubha, your AG ma'am in front of you. I hope all of you are doing absolutely awesome. Yeah, hopefully, do let me know in the comment section. And VIP series is back. What's so special about VIP series? That we are discussing most important topics with the most important questions. That's something that's either from previous year questions and maybe some questions from sample paper. All the questions are super important and going to help you a lot. So don't forget to follow VIP series and do all the chapters with your Anubha ma'am. All right, people. And I hope you know that you have to support it equally, like you have to support 910th English channel as well. Don't forget to like the video, share it among your friends, and subscribe if you're new. And this is session number 2, by the way. Organic chemistry session number 2. That means I'm hoping you guys have seen session number 1. If you haven't seen that, do see it after this video. Kind of important. Yeah, people. And we'll start it right away. Just one thing. If you'll visit the link in the description box pinned by Vedantu 910 channel. So right now you guys are having 50% discount because of Christmas vibes, people. So that's a Christmas sale from 28th December to 27th December. If you'll get it in between, then you'll get 50% discount and the same course for 1 month, which was supposed to be there for 2150 after teacher code discount. That's AGE Pro. Now you'll get it in 1350, which is pretty less. So choose your investment wisely, people, because that's going to be super fun and you'll see amazingly awesome growth in yourself. All right. Now, let me tell you what are the topics that we are going to cover. That is hydrocarbons, alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. In the previous video, we did talk about allotropes, versatile nature of carbon, and organic compounds as well. So this is the session number 2. So I hope you're pretty much ready. Okay, I won't let you guys wait for more time. Let's have our question number 1. And what exactly is that? Choose the correct answer from the options given if the molecular formula of an organic compound is C10H18. First of all, if we are clear that which general formula is my C10H18 is carrying, the entire options will become super easy for us. So let's see that this is if my carbon is N, my hydrogen we'll compare with the 2 times of N. What exactly is this? 2N minus 2, right? If my N is 10, my hydrogen is 20 minus 2, that's 18. That's exactly that is. And you know that CnH2n minus 2 is the formula, general formula for my alkynes. Or is there something that you don't know already? Then you can follow our Umang series where ma'am had taught the entire chapter with one short video too. So here what could be the right answer? Pretty obvious, that's alkynes. Yes, people. Let's move ahead. Some 1 marker, 2 marker, 3 marker questions we are going to discuss. Question is identify the statement that's incorrect about alkanes. Alkanes follow the formula CnH2n plus 2, right? Hydrogen is double of carbon plus 2. So what's true for alkane? That's not the concern. What's not true? What is incorrect that we want to select? Because sometimes we get confused about this correct, incorrect and slip that, miss that from our mind. So there are hydrocarbons, that's pretty true, made up of carbon and hydrogen. There is single covalent bond between carbon and hydrogen, that's always true. Carbon and hydrogen has a single covalent bond always. They can undergo both substitution as well as addition reaction. On complete combustion, they produce CO2 and water. That's also true. How come? Suppose I'm taking the very simple alkane, that's CH4, and I'm burning it, my methane, I'm burning it in air. What exactly it's going to give you? CO2 gas on complete combustion and H2O, water vapors and heat energy that's going to be released that we can use as a fuel. Now that's also true. Means see something, there is something wrong in the option C. Let's see that. They can undergo both substitution as well as addition reaction. So this part is not true. My alkanes, my saturated hydrocarbon will never show addition reaction. They are already saturated, making single bond. If that's double or triple, if that's unsaturated, addition is possible. In my alkanes, they only show saturation. That means substitution reaction. Means my hydrogen can be substituted by other atom or group of atoms. Okay, so C option is something that's not true according to this addition reaction part. So that's our right answer. I hope it's pretty clear. Yeah, do let me know in the comment section. That's quite important because I feel so happy to read all your comments and what you think about, your AG ma'am and the sessions and all the important feedbacks. Yeah. Next question is, state which of the following statements does not describe the property of alkenes. Now question is regarding to alkenes. An alkene has a general formula CnH2n. These three questions were quite important because in a way we'll talk about all the possible hydrocarbons that we must know according to reduced syllabus: alkanes, alkenes and alkynes. Alkane CnH2n plus 2, alkene CnH2n, alkyne CnH2n minus 2. So they are unsaturated hydrocarbon. That's true because carbon and carbon is going to have a double bond. Double and triple bond came under the category of unsaturated hydrocarbon. They decolorize bromine water. That's true. Bromine water is bromine with water. We're going to have this solution, and whenever we put that into alkene, they kind of show addition reaction. And my bromine Br2 is like this, show addition on both of the carbon, and it's having your reddish brown color, and that is something that is going to combine with this double bond, and the resultant substance that we are going to get is colorless in nature. That's how we see that bromine water is going to decolorize in my unsaturated hydrocarbon as they show addition reaction. That's what addition is, addition of substance, not something that we are substituting, that this one is going, I am coming types. All right. They can undergo addition as well as substitution. They undergo combustion with oxygen to give CO2 and water. That's also true because hydrocarbon always bond in air to give CO2 and water vapor and energy if we are taking enough amount of oxygen in excess of air I'm talking about. So again, this option is something that's missing. So if I'm talking about my alkenes that's unsaturated, as I said earlier, shows addition, but now they won't show substitution reaction. Substitution reaction is the property of your alkanes, your saturated hydrocarbon. So here that part is wrong. That's something that we needed to choose because that does not subscribe the property of alkenes. That's what they asked. So I hope that's clear too. Yeah, we have achieved a great thing that we know now the basic of alkenes, alkanes and alkynes. That is something that's important. Now, this is a very basic question that what is hydrocarbons? Define hydrocarbons. Your answer is hidden in the question itself. Hydrogen and carbon. Yeah. So hydrocarbons are your compounds that's made up of carbon and hydrogen, right? That is the category, the important category of your organic compounds. The compounds, the backbone of all of my organic compounds. Okay, so hydrocarbons are compounds made up of carbon and hydrogen and have different categories depending upon the type of bonding in between that. And the very general category we have is saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbon. Saturated follows the formula of CnH2n plus 2 having carbon-carbon single bond. When I talk about unsaturated hydrocarbon, we have carbon-carbon double and triple bond. But it's very simple, that's there in our syllabus called as aliphatic hydrocarbon. Aliphatic, in which my carbon chain is open and having the free ends. And one is alicyclic, means aliphatic means carbon-carbon single bonding double or triple, but in the cyclic manner, means like this kind of example. This is my alicyclic kind of a compound. Okay, so this is something that's some of the category of hydrocarbons that you must know in detail. That's not there in your syllabus. I hope that makes sense. You can give 1-2 example as well of your alkane, alkenes and alkynes for better clarity so that you can easily get 2 marks. And they're like, okay, now the person gave all the information, so I can't cut even a half mark. Okay, so that's what you need to write properly. I'll tell you because this is important. Sometime you know the answer, but you don't know how to justify the marks, how to write it. And then teacher is like, something is missing. And I don't want that. So let's see question number 5. Why is methane called a greenhouse gas? Something that you know probably from 7th, 8th class, right? If I talk about methane, that's the saturated hydrocarbon. saturated hydrocarbon. That's called a greenhouse gas because whenever we have CH4 in our atmosphere, that is having a very high tendency to absorb the heat. You know that Earth, my sun is giving rays definitely, and that's reaching to my Earth's surface, and most of these rays are coming back, reflecting back from Earth's surface. But if methane gas is there in too much amount, that rays, that heat rays were trapped by my methane gas and make our atmosphere a bit hot. Yeah, so that's what my methane is called as a greenhouse gas, because greenhouse is having the same significance. We use that in winter days to have certain crops and plants. They make a glass house, and that's called as a greenhouse because glass is having the tendency to trap the heat, and whatever the crops and plants there inside it can grow properly, because maybe due to high cold they weren't able to grow properly. Yeah, so this is something that you must know. I think you know it pretty well. Gases that trapped heat from the atmosphere are called as greenhouse gases, and methane is, yeah, one of them. So that's a good fuel, but that is a greenhouse gas too, so we should use it properly and take that point also in our mind. Okay, let's see question number 6 now, something that I have already told you before. So I'm expecting an answer from you guys. You can tell me in the comment section. Give a chemical test to distinguish between ethene gas and ethane gas. I'll help you. Eth means 2 carbon, ene means a double bond. Eth means 2 carbon, ene means a single bond. Now you can write hydrogen accordingly just to justify the valency of carbon, that's 4. So carbon making 2 bond, 2 hydrogen. Carbon making 1 bond, 3 hydrogen. All right, that's an easy way to do it. Hopefully you find the same. Ethene, ethane. Now what I want to tell you that how can you distinguish between the same? The hint is this, you will give me the answer. Alkene shows substitution reaction, but alkene shows your addition reaction, the one that was very important that I told you, that reddish brown color substance that's going to be disappeared. So please give the elaborative answer in the comment section. I'll wait for the same, because you have to participate equally and give at least a bit of hard work for the same, because that's what a revision meant. Okay, and you know that how Vedantu platform is trying level best to reach out to all your expectation and can help you to score better and can definitely see the improvement, because I could do it. So students, you can definitely do that. That's not a big deal. If you get the right teachers and the right direction, that's totally possible. I got in my first pre-boards in 10th almost 81 to 83 marks in science. I was very disappointed. Then in the because of the help of right direction of my science teacher, I could score 100 marks, and that's true. So you can do that as well, because Vedantu platform will make sure after teaching every topic, you'll have certain quizzes to make sure that you got the topic, because there's an active participation of you as well. Okay, and you'll be able to compete with the students throughout the world, and you'll see your name in the leaderboard, and that's a healthy competition to have. Interactive replays if you miss out any session due to any of the reason, and live quizzes and leaderboards there too. Isn't it like a great thing? You'll be able to have all the notes and can download all the premium content with master teachers' feedback. And we'll make sure all your master teachers and all the team of class teachers that is also going to sit with you all to solve all your doubts in the class. So it's like no doubt should be unanswered. There's a list of some 5,000 plus crash micro courses, chapter based courses. So you name any topic and there will be classes and micro courses for the same, live classes, so that you can take and can make sure that you know all the topics. No topic is something that's troubling you now. And the best part why I'm telling you is this crash course. Right now, from January, some new crash courses are going to start. And I think you should not miss it for your proper clarity of topic and proper revision according to boards, so that you'll make sure that there is a definite growth inside your mindset and could do better. Yeah, students, so less is more, because AGE Pro Code, the link in the description box, will help you to get all the pro classes due to this Christmas surprise. with 50% off. Isn't it like a great thing? So students, AGE Pro code will help you to have the same course for 2699, which was earlier in 2150. Now you're just paying 1349 rupees. And for 3 months earlier, you are paying almost 7999, and now you're just paying 4999. And it's like paying 6 rupees per session for 1 month trial and 8 rupees per session for 3 months trial. I think at least 1 month you can make sure to come and see how all the things works, and you will be able to have your revision also in less than 6 rupees per class. So choose your investment wisely, because that's going to help you a lot. All right, everyone, let's get back to some more questions. Now we have question number 8, that's telling, write the balanced chemical equation for the following reaction. This is also one more tip that I'm going to give you. Whenever there is a reaction that you need to write to complete, don't forget to balance it. That will tell that how active you are and how intelligent you are, that you know how to attempt a particular question. Okay? When ethane reacts with chlorine. What's ethane? I'm writing the open structure to help you guys. You can write it all together also. This is my ethane, and that's going to react with chlorine. What is going to happen? Also, what when it react with HCl? Let's do these two reactions for the first place. So students, what's going to happen? My chlorine is like very susceptible. As you know, alkanes is something that shows substitution reaction. So, and you know that hydrogen is something that can easily go, that doesn't make a much fuss about it. Chlorine is like, I am comparatively stronger, I can replace you. And hydrogen is like, no worries, just satisfy my valency, let me follow the duplet rule, and I won't create any trouble. So chlorine is something going to attack on this carbon and telling hydrogen to go. Hydrogen like happily going, but give me something, give me some bribe. So hydrogen is like, okay, take my chlorine with you and go away. So students, what did we get? This is my CH3. This is my CH2. Now this carbon is having a chlorine attached to it, right? So that's what a substitution reaction is. When my atom group of atom is substituting the atom group of atom, maybe a functional group present in my main body of my reactant. And what else? Hydrogen with the chlorine, that's HCl, that's going to be formed. So pretty easy. Okay, let's move ahead. If we are having excess of chlorine, please be sure that if we have excess of chlorine, all of the hydrogens can be replaced one by one to get Cl3, Cl3. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, HCl, that's also super easy, because now you know the context. What will happen, tell me, when ethane gas is treated with HCl? Same kind of a thing. Always make sure that if we have the slight positive, slight negative charge, what's something that can attack on my carbon, and that's definitely a negative species. Okay, and we call this nucleophile. Something that's having negative charge, something that's having electron pair, that's going to attack on the carbon. Okay. And when it's going to attack with the carbon again, hydrogen is something that's going to go, yeah, and will give you hydrogen gas. So we are going to get CH3, CH2Cl along with hydrogen gas this time, okay, along with hydrogen gas this time. Next, when when ethane is bonded in excess of oxygen, as I told you, that's pretty important. My ethane is CH3, CH3. Right? You can simply write it C2H6. Alkane is whatever the carbon is, hydrogen is double plus 2. And having excess of oxygen, it will bond properly to give CO2 and water vapor. And you can balance it as well. Tell me how to balance it. I'm waiting for your response too. 2 carbon, 2 carbon. 6 hydrogen, I can write 3 here. So I'm going to have 6 hydrogen. But when I see the oxygen, now I have 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 3, 7 oxygen. So you can do that. Here you can write 7 by 2. It's like we have 7 oxygen molecule, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 molecule, and I'm doing half of it. Okay, and half whenever you do, that means I'm talking about 7 oxygen atom. So this is a balanced chemical equation. C2H6 plus 7 by 2 O2 to give 2 CO2 plus 3 H2O. If you're not liking it, You can multiply the entire equation by 2 as well. Let me make some space and we'll show you. Okay. Yeah. So it's like C2H6 plus 7 by 2O2 to give 2 CO2 plus 3 H2O, right? And now it's like, ma'am, how come any atom, group of atom, anything, molecule in fraction? That's true. Molecule we can do fraction. We can take half, but that is not something that we suggest. So we can multiply the entire reaction by 2 so that I can replace this 2 and can convert it to a whole number. So it will be 2C6H6, 2 cancel, 7O2 to give 2 into 2, 4 CO2, 2 into 3, 6 H2O. Makes sense, everyone? And the reaction is balanced. Ta-da! Yeah, so pretty clear. And entire answer is there in front of you. You can see that. You can download the file. Okay, let's have the next question. Question number 9. Define substitution reaction with example. Something we already did in the last question. What substitution reaction? In which, let me take an example, in which an atom or group of atom, can replace, can substitute an atom or group of atom from your reactant. And that could be your functional group. Let me just help you with 2 examples. This time I have taken CH3OH, my methanol. Alcohol is the functional group. And in the previous example, I have taken my methane. So this is my methane. Okay. I didn't draw the tetrahedral structure. I hope that is not our concern. So chlorine is like I am substituting hydrogen and taking its place. CH3Cl, substituted an atom. But here, OH, that is our functional group. So my chlorine is like, I really want to, take your position and can substitute you. CH3Cl. Just one example. And I can see the reverse way also because that makes more sense, as chlorine is a better leaving group than my OH. So what did I just say? This reaction will make much more sense if I take CH3Cl. Just give me a minute and I'll tell you what's the reason. CH3Cl plus maybe suppose KOH I have added. That means I have a nucleophile. I told you something that's having negative charge or having pair of electron, that's free. My chlorine is something that's a good leaving group. That's telling to my carbon, if you have good option, I can leave. And OH is like, I'm a better option. I am better in terms of having electrons and can easily give to my carbon. So OH is approaching, chlorine is like, I'm going, bye-bye. So CH3, OH is something that we got, and K is something that attached to that Cl, but that's not something we concern for. This is something I really wanted to tell you. So now you know substitution reaction with example, right? That is not bothering you now. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. We have some questions, but before that, I really want to tell you that Vedantu Olympiad School is also a channel of Vedantu, and that's launching Foundation Plus courses for RMO and NSEJS. So you can be a part of this amazing transformation journey and can start preparing with all the amazing master teacher of Vedantu at as early as possible. That's going to already started from 21st December to 31st Jan. That's going to be there every Monday to Saturday. There will be classes. And this is the link, students. And we have Nidhi ma'am, Abhay sir, and Rohit sir, all the amazing master teachers with best qualification. You can register now for all the Foundation Plus classes and can have amazingly well transformation and can prepare for certain exams. Okay? And now let's have our next question. That's what are the uses of ethane? This is your ethane. What are the uses of ethane? Do let me know. I'm waiting for your answer. Students, if you replace hydrogen with OH, I got my C2H5OH, my alcohol that's saving us nowadays because that's something we are using in all the sanitizer, right? If we substitute hydrogen with chlorine, I got my C2H5Cl, my ethyl chloride, something that's used to prepare TEL, tetraethyl lead, and that's an anti-knocking agent that we put in petrol. Okay. And apart from that, what are the other uses of ethane? You know that that's a hydrocarbon, and hydrocarbons are always good fuel. And properly going to burn and gives maximum energy possible. So that's a good fuel too. That's what is written also. Okay, as a refrigerant also, as a cooling substance, component in natural gas. When I talk about natural gas, when I see CNG, that's 95% methane, but rest it's a mixture of ethane, propane. Okay, so yeah, and I told all the important properties that you should know. We can prepare ethene out of the same. Ethane is C2H6. So we can do the dehydrogenation, everyone, and hydrogen will be lost. And alkane is giving alkene, ethane is giving ethene. This ethene is something that's used for ripening of fruits, because that's a kind of a gas that plant hormones also releases that helps in ripening of fruits. So these are some different uses of ethane. There might be so many more, but that's not our concern, like discussing 3 to 4. Okay. Now we have a very good question. Give reasons for these kind of a question generally comes in exams too. Methane does not undergo addition reaction, but ethene does. This is my methane that does not go any addition reaction, because you know that for addition, we must be having some space for the addition. When I talk about my carbon here, my carbon is already making 4 single bond, and at a stage of saturation, no more space for the addition of a substance. Addition means the substance is going to add without removing something. If something is removed, that's more of substitution. So addition is not shown because there is no space that my carbon is having, as its valency is satisfied, its octet rule is already completed. It's already at a saturation stage. Okay. But when I talk about ethene, just look at my ethene. This is my ethene. Here, every carbon is attached to 3 different or same kind of atoms. So it's still having a possibility that if I can add something at my carbon, it can reach to saturation by the removal of that double bond and can come to saturation. So here, as every carbon is attaching to 3 more atoms, there is still possibility to add something. Suppose I'm adding hydrogen, hydrogenation, that needs a catalyst. Suppose I add nickel. So one hydrogen can be added to this carbon only possible by the removal of at least 1 bond. And till how much time we can do that? Until saturation is achieved, until single bond between carbon and carbon is achieved. That's something that's very important to know. So please don't miss that point. All right, that's something that you need to write. Now, when I look at the next option, ethane is more reactive than ethane. That's also a very important question. This is my ethane. This is my ethane. And when I talk about my ethane, that's this. Okay, I'm writing open structure going to help us. Why ethane is more reactive? Because when we have a single bond, that's pretty fine. When we make the double and triple bond, in making double and triple bond, these are the p orbital of my carbon that's being used. Orbits are something that's those circular path, but orbitals are exactly the probability where electrons can be found, and p is more of like a dumbbell shape. So when we have to make double and triple bond, my p orbital of carbon is used. They come close and combine and give that donut kind of a shape, means electron density is something that's scattered into the space, and any atom group of atom can easily attack over it. And again, for making the triple bond, one more carbon's p orbital is being used, and whenever they are combining, they are coming more and more close to each other. So that's giving more space for the reactive part for anything to attack over it. And in saturation, that's not possible. Okay, that's what is written also. I'll show you that ethane is something that has a triple bond, where ethene is having a double bond. So the strain in bonding of ethane is far more than ethene. Every carbon is making that 3 bond by coming at maximum close and straining each other, and into the space also their electron density scattered can be easily attacked. Okay, now we have one more part, that is hydrocarbons are excellent fuels. That's something that I have already told you why hydrocarbons are excellent fuels, because they are highly combustible, can be burned easily, and having no non-combustible kind of a substance. Can be burned because having less amount of carbon, and due to this proper burning, my entire substance, entire fuel is giving energy. No more residue is going to be left. So that's a clean fuel also. So that's why we are considering it as an excellent fuel. Entire hydrocarbon is going to burn. No more residue that's going to be there. That's going to be left. Okay. Because in alkenes and alkynes, my carbon content is more not able to burn properly and give carbon soot's particle sooty flame. Yes. So this is something that you should know as well. So tell me, how did you like it? Because that's something elaborative way to tell each and every information that is required. As I said, Vedantu platform will help you to score as good as you can, means definitely a score booster with live quizzes after every topic completion, healthy competition with all the students, interactive replay in terms of revising and if in case of you miss out any session, and live quizzes and leaderboard in the replays too. Isn't it like a great thing? You will be able to have all the content with all the most important question in class doubt solving with the help of master teachers. You will be able to interact. Also a team of class teachers to solve your doubt. Numerous number of courses for you. Micro courses are chapter based courses. You can study a chapter as many times you want. Crash courses is like a best thing to have right now, because from this, I guess, 2nd January, some new crash courses are going to start. So I think you should not miss it, and you can prepare well for your boards and other competitive exams as well. And the best part is, here now less is more, because there's a link in the description box for pro class. You can select your grade and target that ICSE 2021. And after applying AGE Pro code, right now you can have Christmas discount of 50% and can take a trial, because you just have to pay $13.49 right now, which was earlier $2150, and $4999 for 3 months, which was earlier $5999 after AGE Pro discount. So don't miss it. It's just paying 6 rupees per session or 8 rupees per session. At least you can take 1 month trial and can justify it and can see how that works for you. Yes, everyone. So you know all the information now. You can follow Anubha ma'am on Instagram, chemistry.vedantu_Anubha. And I hope you liked it. You can press the button right now, subscribe, and definitely what? Share it to your friends and press the bell icon too. You can reach out to me. This is it from my side. Do let me know in the comment section that how was it and any more suggestion for further classes. I'll meet you next time. Until then, please take care. Merry Christmas and bye bye. Hasta la vista.